All right, boss said paint the bench. Oh, put the sign on the bench so everybody knows that it's wet. White. Yeah. Woo. That looks good. Boss is going to be proud of me. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Next, what was next?
Oh, hey there, Mr. Finkelmeyer.
Hey, Finkelstein. Hey, Stephanie, how are you?
I'm having such a great time today. Oh,
That's
and
awesome.
guess what? I found my favorite amusement park treat, Red Hots. I love Red Hots.
Those are way too hot for me.
Yo, I love them. They're just about my favorite. But can I just tell you, after this very long, wonderful day, my feet are just getting so sore and so tired. But luckily, I have this beautiful park bench right here that I can take a seat on and just rest my feet.
No.
Hey!
Sorry.
I was getting ready to sit there.
Yeah, you know, this is my bench.
My feet are killing me.
My bench.
I was getting ready to sit on that bench.
It's my bench.
Well, I think that I'm the visitor at the amusement park, and you're supposed to be hospitable to me, and I was going to be sitting on that bench.
My bench. I'm sorry.
Well, that is so unfair.
No, I've been working all day.
I was going to share my Red Hots with you, but you're not getting any of my Red Hots anymore, Mr. Finkelmeyer.
Steen.
Time. You not getting my Red Hots.
I'm tired too.
So unfair. My feet are killing me. You know, I'm thinking that perhaps my attitude is not good. Maybe, perhaps, my actions right now might not be honoring God. Okay, I can do this. You just go ahead and rest your weary legs. Sit down on the park bench. You need your rest, and I can find another park bench. I like to honor God with all of my actions. I'm trying hard.
You can sit here.
I can sit there? Oh,
right there. That's good and dry.
Oh, that feels awesome. Thank you, Mr. Tinklefine. I really appreciate it. You know, the way that I reacted just then, I wasn't really honoring God. That kind of reminds me about those kids that I came to the park with last time I was here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were standing in line, and we were getting ready to get on this line, and would you believe that this group of other kids came and actually cut in front of us in line?
Kind of like I did on the bench.
Oh, yeah. Well, it made those kids really upset. Let me tell you how we handled that situation.
Okay. Did you see those guys cut in front of us?
Yeah, they almost knocked Katie and I over.
Yeah, all I said was, you guys shouldn't cut in front of us. We were here first.
I thought that guy was going to deck you.
I almost wish he had. Would have been better than being laughed at.
Someone needs to teach those guys some lessons.
Yeah,
I bet they're over there now.
Okay, hold on just a minute there, team. I mean, really, you need to sit back. You need to show some self-control.
But Stephanie, it's not fair.
Well, no, I saw what happened, and no, it is not fair. But you guys have to remember that you have to honor God even in tough situations with your actions. You know what? I thought you handled it really well, Mark.
Thanks, Stephanie.
I really think you did. You know, anybody can be a bully, but it takes somebody who is a really strong person to be a peacemaker in a situation like that. Nothing that you did was weak or cowardly.
Thanks.
You know, it's important to stand strong and honor God even in tough situations. I mean, think about the Bible lessons in your study guide about Paul. Paul was accused of things that he didn't even do. He was thrown into prison for delivering a slave girl from an evil spirit. He was beaten for things that he didn't do. But even in all of those unfair situations, Paul always trusted God, and many people were saved because Paul's actions honored God.
I can't wait to meet the Apostle Paul in heaven someday.
I just hope it's not while we're on the Vaporizer 3000 or that thing back there.
That looks so cool. What is it?
Come with me. You're just about to find out because that's where we're headed next, Team Fearless.
Wait, is this the ride where it starts out and then it goes into a totally dark tunnel and it feels like you're in outer space?
Yes!
Woohoo! This is gonna be so much fun!
Woohoo!
So it was really great that I was able to teach the kids, hey, you want some Red Hots? I will share with you now, Mr. Finkelmeyer.
Thanks.
But it was
Steve.
really great to be able to teach those kids to honor God in every situation. And you know, Paul really is an amazing example of somebody who honored God. Like, I'm thinking about the specific story about Paul. One day, Paul was walking through the temple courts in the city of Jerusalem. And he was just walking along, minding his own business, when all of a sudden, across the temple courts, that was full of people, by the way, this man started yelling and screaming at Paul. Like, say you were Paul, Mr. Finkelmeyer. He was saying, hey, there's that Paul. He's the man who teaches against the Jewish law. He's the man that says that everybody has to believe in this guy named Jesus. He's the man who lets people who are not Jewish come into the temple courts. You see, the Jewish people felt like the temple courts were only for the Jewish people. But Paul, he felt like God's perfect plan of salvation was for everybody in the whole world. So this man was getting really worked up. I mean, Paul looked at him, and this man's eyes were like bulging out of his head, and you know, his face was like turning red like my Red Hots. And he was getting really angry. And then that made the people around him get really angry. And then all of those people started yelling at Paul. And then it just kept spreading all through the city streets of Jerusalem. It started from this one man, and then it came into an angry mob, a riot of people who were all screaming and yelling at Paul. Well, the Roman commander, who was up in the fortress, heard the crying, angry, yelling of the men in the streets who were yelling at Paul. And so he grabbed some soldiers and he went down into the temple courts because he figured he better get a hold on this riot and find out who was causing all this trouble. So here comes the Roman commander to where Paul is. The men are beating on Paul. Some of the men are trying to kill Paul. They are so angry. It is a wild mob. The soldiers push through the men. They get to Paul. They drag him up, and then they put chains all around him, and they chain Paul up. Now let's just think about that for just a moment. Would that be a fair situation? Did Paul cause the angry riot? Is he the one who got all of the people in the city of Jerusalem all worked up and angry? But when the soldiers came, who got chained up? Paul.
Me.
Have you ever gotten in trouble for something you didn't do? I have. I bet many of us have. And here is Paul in the situation, very much in trouble for something he did not do. But Paul stayed strong, he stayed calm, and he was honoring God the whole time. Well, the Roman commander was trying to question Paul to find out what he had done to get these people all stirred up. But he couldn't even hear Paul's replies because the crowd was so angry. And because they were so mad, he couldn't hear. So he had the soldiers pick up Paul to carry Paul on top of the crowd so that they couldn't beat on him and try to kill him anymore to the barracks so that he could be questioned. But Paul looked at the Roman commander and he said, "Sir, may I talk to the people before you take me out to the barracks?" The commander said yes. So the soldiers put Paul down. So here's Paul again. And the soldiers looked out at the crowd and made them all be quiet. Now, here is Paul looking out at all of the people who just only a few moments before had been beating on him and trying to kill him. And when Paul had this opportunity to talk to him, what do you think that he said to all of those people? He shared the love of Jesus with all of those people. He told them about how he was a Jewish man. He grew up and was very learned in the Jewish laws, how he persecuted people who believed in Jesus. But then that one day on the road to Damascus, he had that vision and that bright light of Jesus. And from that moment on, he knew that Jesus was the Son of God. His life was changed forever. Now, as he was saying these things, this angry mob of people had been very, very quiet. But then Paul said, "And I believe that God's perfect plan is not only for the Jewish people, but it's for people all over the world." Well, that made them really mad again. They got all angry and riled up again. They started rushing towards Paul and grabbing him again. And so the soldiers had to take Paul and take him over to the barracks. So they put him down, and they were stretching Paul out because you know what they were getting ready to do? They were getting ready to whip Paul. So once again, Paul finds himself in a situation that is a scary, unfair situation. He is there for nothing that he did. It wasn't his fault, and he is about to be whipped. But he stayed strong. He honored God with his actions, and he just very calmly said to the Roman soldiers, "Is it allowed for you to whip a Roman citizen?" Because Paul was a Roman citizen. And of course, they knew it was not allowed. So they did not whip him, and Paul was delivered from that situation because he was calm and because his actions honored God. You understand, you're going to find yourself out in the world in situations that are unfair, where you might be getting in trouble for something that you didn't do, or somebody acts unfairly towards you, like cutting in line or taking the toy that you're playing with. But you have to remember that your actions should always honor God. And so before you say something or before you do something that you might regret later, that might not be a nice thing to say, ask yourself, are my actions going to honor God? And I'm so sorry, Mr. Finkelmeyer, but
Steen.
I forgot when you sat down on the bench that I wasn't very nice, and I forgot to think to myself, were my actions going to honor God? And I just want to apologize and say that I'm sorry that I got so angry.
Yeah, you know, Stephanie, I forgive you, but I should probably apologize too. You see, my boss gave me a job today, and he told me to paint the bench.
Oh.
And he told me that I have to put the sign on the bench.
Oh.
So that everybody would know that it was wet, but
Uh-oh.
I painted the sign. And, you know, I was so embarrassed that I painted the sign and no one could see wet paint anymore that I didn't want to tell you. So I didn't want you to get paint on your shirt, but I should have been
sorry.
honest and just told you.
It's okay, Mr. Tinklefine. I'm so sorry.
Finkelstein.
Finkelstein. I'm really sorry.
But
I'm sorry. Do you want some more of my Red Hots?
I still have the one you gave me.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, sometimes I do things that I'm really embarrassed about.
Yeah.
You know, did any of your kids ever be embarrassed or...
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a story that can help me with that?
Yes, I do. There was one of the girls, her name was Katie, and she was really scared of all of the rides. And she was having a hard time facing her fears. Let me tell you about Katie. It started with the very...
That was so awesome.
Boy, that dark tunnel almost made me scared.
I feel like I've been beat up. That was so rough. Do you think I'm getting old?
Hey, has anybody seen Katie?
Come to think of it, I didn't hear her screaming on this ride.
I thought she was finally having fun.
Oh no, she must have gone off on her own.
Okay, Emma, you and I were going to go look in that direction. Davy and Mark, you two go that way. Meet at the Vaporizer 3000 in 15 minutes.
Hey, dude, I think we can cover more ground if we split up. Hey, dude, I think we can...
I just could not take another death-defying roller coaster. I had to get away.
Death-defying roller coaster?
Oh, excellent. Now I'm talking to a plastic elephant.
That wasn't the elephant talking, it was me. Hi, I'm Sarah.
I'm Katie.
I overheard you talking. I think we have the same problem. I am so scared of the rides. I can't even go on the Ferris wheel.
I know. My friends made me go on the carousel.
I just sit on the floor. It's awful.
I told my friends they could ride all the rides they wanted. I was going to stay right here in the shops.
I wish, but I'm part of Team Fearless. Maybe I should get a team that says Team Fear instead.
You and me both, sister. Better yet, we should get shirts that say Team Loser.
Said.
Oh, I feel so bad. Shouldn't have made her sign up for this. I was just hoping she would face her fears and trust God, but now she'll never forgive me.
It's all right. You were just doing the right thing for a friend.
Oh, yeah, but now she's lost, and she'll probably be lost forever.
Emma, we're at Colossal Coaster World. This is not really a dangerous place. We're going to find her. I think you might be overreacting just a little bit.
Well, I guess you're right. I need to trust God that we can find her. We are part of Trust God the Fearless, after all. Nothing can faze us.
That's right.
Team
Let's go look over here.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's something. I can't help but keep thinking about what my friend Emma said. She was talking about the ABCs of being a Christian and how sin is choosing my way instead of God's. And I wonder if fear is choosing my way instead of God's.
Now, I don't know a whole lot, but I don't see fear as being a sin.
Maybe fear's not a sin, but letting my fear control me is. Maybe if I admit that I'm a sinner, believe that Jesus has offered me the gift of forgiveness, and confess my sin, then I can trust God to keep me safe and overcome my fear.
Well, I guess it's worth a try. Should we do it?
Okay, let's go.